Hi, Timothy here. It is no secret that Japan is a ramen country. They even have over 10,000 ramen shops all over the country. So it is no surprise that they have different types and flavors of ramen. And that variation also applies to their instant ramen. For example, the cup noodle. This is the standard instant ramen that you can find almost everywhere in Japan. And there's also an instant ramen from an actual ramen shop such as this one. So these are the kind of instant ramen that you can find most of the time. But occasionally there are some interesting, unique and even weird flavors of instant ramen. Let me show you some of them. Let's start with the normal one. The first one is the fried chicken ramen. This one sounds rather amazing though. A fried chicken and ramen. But we'll have to see if it tastes as good as it sounds. Next up we have a milk and seafood ramen. A milk ramen might be good, like buttermilk curry ramen from Hokkaido. That is amazing. But milk and seafood ramen, I'm not so sure about this one. Another one is a plain ramen. I think the name of this ramen is rather ambiguous. At least it was for me. Because my initial thought was, is this a ramen made from plant? Or is it a plant that can grow a ramen? Which would be amazing if it tastes. But then it says plant-based ramen. So basically this is a vegan ramen. Next we have a rather odd combinations. Potato ramen. So this one is a potato flavored ramen. I'm not sure how this one is gonna taste though, because potato by itself is pretty bland. But there is one type of potato with a very strong flavor. This kind of potato. And it just so happens we also have an instant ramen for this one. With the very same flavor, a Pringles Ramen. In theory this one should taste amazing though, but we'll have to see. Last but not least, the weirdest of them all. An apple pie. Yes, an apple pie flavored ramen. Why you might ask? I don't know. I was asking the same question though. So these are the weirdest instant ramen that I could find. So let's try them one by one. Maybe I'll start with this Pringles Ramen. It has a very strong smell, and it kinda smells similar to the potato chips. Let's try it out. It's not bad. It does taste similar to the potato chips though. But maybe I need to try the potato chips to recall how it tastes. Yep. The same exact flavor. The only difference is this one is potato chips and this one is instant noodle. To be honest, it's not bad. But I think I'll stick with the potato chips because it's much more convenient. Next, let's try this milk seafood. I don't have a high hope for this one though. Well, I don't have high hopes for any of them except for the Pringles Ramen, which was pretty good. Oh, just a quick tip if you don't know already. When you buy a cup noodle and find this little sticker on the bottom, you can peel it off and use it to close the lid to keep all the heat inside. Anyway, it has been 3 minutes, so let's try this. Ooh, smells kinda weird. I'm not looking forward to this, but let's just try it. It does taste kinda weird though. Maybe I should try the broth as well. It's really weird. It has a slight hint of milk, but it is salty. But it's not cheese. Maybe they should make a cheese flavor instead. That would be much better rather than a milk seafood. Next, let's try the plain ramen. Huh. It's only half of the cup though. And it smells kinda healthy. Cause it is a vegetables, non-fry, and also no palm oil. Let's try it out. Doesn't really have any taste. It's pretty bland. No, it's not pretty bland. It's very bland. No wonder it's only 150 calories. Next we have fried chicken ramen. Hopefully this one will taste better. The weird thing about this one is it is a soup ramen. I was expecting a fried noodle ramen because it is a fried chicken. So instead they give these tiny bits as a fried chicken. Wow, I was not expecting that. It really does taste like a fried chicken. Let's see if the noodle is as good as the fried chicken. It's pretty good. So let's try the broth. I cannot really taste the fried chicken from the broth, but the broth is your typical ramen broth, which is pretty good. So overall this one was pretty good. Now we are down to the last two. Let's go with the potato ramen. So it has an actual potato bits inside. It seems like they like to put the actual thing inside of the instant ramen. I really do wonder what a potato ramen tastes like. So let's give it a try. It tastes like a typical yakisoba or a Japanese fried noodle, which is a little bit sweet and salty. How about the potato bits then? Tastes like potato? Well, I guess this one doesn't live up to its name. The final ramen. Let's prepare this bad boy. I wonder whether it also has a tiny bits of apple inside, like the fried chicken and the potato. And here it is, they also have an apple bits inside. This is really weird. It does smells like an apple pie though. Not an apple pie, but more like an apple sauce. I wonder how the sauce tastes like. It does taste like an apple sauce. But not gonna lie, it smells pretty good. But how does it taste? Only one way to find out. It really is weird. I think the only way to describe it is basically you take a noodle and put an apple sauce on top of it and mix them together. So this is basically it. It is edible, but it's not something that you would want to eat or try. And to complete the weirdness, let's finish it with the dessert. A ramen ice cream. Just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier than this. And here we have an ice cream coated with a chocolate and ramen. At this point I've given up on the why. I just decided to try them all. So here goes nothing. Ooh. It's so weird. The ramen is very salty. And then once you get into the ice cream, it's very sweet. I really do wonder why they make this kind of item though. Anyway, these are all the weird items that I have for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Now excuse me, I have all of this item to finish.